Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nur Salasabila binti Rola Zupi, metric number 1171959. Inshallah, today I'm going to present the research topic about practices of Prophet Sunnah in the formation Muslim good characters. Firstly, introduction. Every Muslim wants to be a better person in their lives, but sometimes people do not have guidelines or their circle not support to change their character and attitude. Researchers found that many people, especially young people, have problems in their behavior or ethics. Islamic ethics concerns specific religious beliefs with regard to the actual practice of right and wrong behavior and not more understanding. From this situation, researchers want to investigate how this problem can be handled and what the best technique people can use to be a better person through Prophet Sunnah guidelines. Problem statement. Nowadays, most students are still lacking in morals and manners. Students are often overwhelmed by doing the unprofitable things. There are even those who go to the prison because of their lack of morals. Further, research consistently showed that low achievers had difficulties interacting socially with their peers and to get involved in disciplinary problems such as truancy, absenteeism, bullying, fighting, and delinquency. Moreover, low achievers have been reported to be disruptive during teaching and learning process. Research questions. What is the Prophet Sunnah to be a routine in students' life? Secondly, how practices Prophet Sunnah affects attitude students? And lastly, what is the best way to encourage a student practice the Sunnah consistently? Research objective. Firstly, to identify the Prophet Sunnah to be a routine in students' life. Secondly, to describe effectiveness practice Prophet Sunnah in achieving good characters. And lastly, to analyze the best way to encourage students practice Sunnah consistently. Research significance. This study will be a significant endeavor in promoting good attitude and behavior on students. This study will also be beneficial to encourage the students love the Sunnah and practice the Prophet Sunnah in daily life because it's very related to student attitude. Moreover, this research will provide recommendations on effective way to motivate students love the Sunnah to perform better attitude in their life. Students will consistently practice the Sunnah and be a better person and productive. This study will be helpful to a beginner who want to change their attitude to be a good person. Literature review. Researchers shown that there are several works have been conducted in the field of practices of Sunnah. Topics of studies conducted cover on the topics such as Islamic personality, the concept of work ethics from the prophetic tradition, environmental behavior, and analyzing Islamic resources on attitude towards environment and techniques used by Prophet Muhammad to motivate people to perform better. In 2017, Mansoureh Ibrahimi and Kamaruzaman Yusuf mentioned in their article entitled Islamic Identity, Ethical Principles and Human Values about the importance, essence, and characteristics of Islamic ethics. The research was being conducted using a qualitative approach and cites various verses of Al-Quran and portions of the Prophet Sunnah to support an analysis to emphasize Islamic ethical principles and human values. In 2012, when Mazwati Wan Yusof mentioned in her article entitled The Impact of Prophet Muhammad Motivation Techniques on Students' Performance, about the techniques used by Prophet Muhammad to motivate students to perform better. The research was being conducted using a study employed qualitative research method. The limitation of the research is motivate students to perform better. The outcomes is abstract techniques used by the Prophet in raising his companions' self-esteem and motivation to change negative behavior, thus perform it, and to explore and describe the impacts of these techniques on students' performance. Research methodology. Firstly, type of design. This research is qualitative research which aims to describe the way to encourage people to practice the Sunnah consistently. In this research, use the secondary data that was collected by someone else. Qualitative studies is used to gain an understanding of underlying reasons, ideas, opinions, and motivations. The researcher applies content analysis approach and comes out with a proposed research design in order to achieve the research objective. The proposed research design includes several phases. Method. Data analysis method was applied as a method of data collection to gain a better insight in this topic. It can get through some information and gather all relevant information about the content including from books, articles, and journals that have the similar concept in title of this research. The researcher will find the Prophet Sunnah in Hadith and how people can practice it in their life consistently. Technique. Firstly, data will be collected by identifying the Prophet Sunnah to be a routine in the people's lives. The researcher will describe effectiveness practice Prophet Sunnah in achieving good characters. After that, it will be analysed the best way to encourage people practice the Sunnah consistently. Other than that, in this research applied descriptive analysis approach and comes out with proposed research design in order to achieve the research objective. Data analysis. This research also conducting a qualitative research design manually by gathering all the information like journals, articles, and other hard copy material. So, it's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.